Everybody, welcome back to Off the Wall. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sol.
Enough of you in our Brahmastra Part 1 trailer came to us recommending some of these other shorts that are on YouTube to us. So we're going to watch one of these right now and see what we think. The first one is, which by the way, thank you for all the love and engagement on that video. Really appreciate it. 2,500 views. Awesome. Thank you. Got us to over 100 subscribers. Thank you. So yeah, Sol and I are gonna watch this and see what we think, and I'm sure you guys we will share and feel certain thoughts, and you guys will have no problem letting us know how incorrect we are. So and thank you for that. We always appreciate learning new things. We speak out of pure innocent ignorance. It's just not something that's part of our culture for either one of us. I grew up in a Catholic family and now a pretty staunch atheist. So I'm not going to speak for you, so you can.
Mike is a white man from America, and I'm a Latina from America. So,
so this is not something that we have any prior knowledge of whatsoever. So, we always appreciate learning new things. Just be nice. we're learning. All right, let's watch.
And most of you have been nice. Most of you have,
and those of you that haven't, be better. Anyway, let's watch this.
I do gotta say, it just looks cool.
Oh yeah, the special effects are to die for. I mean, that is so cool looking.
Oh, look at this concept art.
Yeah.
And one thing I do love about South Asians is just how colorful everything is.
It's so colorful.
Jalastra, Pavanastra, and Brahmastra. In these last few years, we have been building the foundation of a universe of cinema based on the concept of astras, the Astraverse.
I gotta say too, I really like the music as well.
Brahmastra Part 1 is the first movie of this Astraverse, and it begins with an image from a mystical time in ancient India, where a group of sages are performing deep meditation in the Himalayas. And for their meditation, the sages are blessed with the light of the universe, the most powerful and most pure energy there is. A Brahma Shakti.
Yeah.
From this Brahma Shakti, Astras are born. Astras which have within them all the different energies that are found in nature. Fire, wind, water, earth. The Jalastra, Pavanastra, and the Agnyastra. Astras which have within them the powers of different animals, like the Vanarastra, which can give to the person who controls it the power of a super monkey. And the Nandiastra, which has within it the power and strength of 1,000 bulls. But there is one Astra, the last one to emerge from the light, carrying its collective essence, the lord of all the others, which the sages name after one of the most powerful weapons of our gods, the Brahmastra. The sages vow to protect these Astras, and as the guardians of the Brahmastra, they name themselves the Brahman.
That's a good question. There's definitely because like they have weapons from what we can see, but they also have these like stones or glyphs or something. I don't know. I'm sure maybe like he'll probably go into more of it here in a second, but also I wonder if the movie's going to go more into that as well.
Let us know in the comments too.
Again, tell us. We don't know. We're trying to learn.
A secret society which will exist amongst other men and do good for the world with the power of these Astras. Time moves forward, humanity progresses, and the Brahmansh carries on as well, passing on the Astras generation to generation, all the way into our world today, where the Brahmansh still exist in secret. India, as it is today, is where the story of Brahmastra is set, I believe this puts us in a very unique position because no one has done what we are doing with ancient Indian inspiration in the modern world ever.
It's a good, because we talked about that when we watched the trailer. The trailer reaction is like they're taking the concept of religious mythological lore and doing something with it that we haven't seen like Christian based films.
Mhm.
You would never see them
No.
do something like this. It's always things that are very literal interpretations of the story, like
Yeah.
Passion of the Christ.
All sword and sandal, very much all set back then,
Yeah,
where like they're bringing it forward into modern time.
yeah. We've never seen any other that I can think of take the idea of a religion and turn it into a mythology like this. And so that's fascinating because it means they're willing to look at and embrace the kind of just out this awesome, like the idea of, like, you know, we're talking about beings that have powers, that have existed, that have abilities and control certain things and reign over certain things. Let's just take that up to 11
Yeah.
and just, you know, make it again almost like a superhero type origin story. And that's just such a great way to interpret this this type of thing.
And my guess to it too is Hindu is one of the oldest religions in the world, and because it's so old, maybe because Christianity is and like other religions like Judaism, Islam are much younger than Hinduism, that maybe in the future they will be like, oh, it's so old that we can take these things from the past and do something like this, where Hinduism is so old, they're probably like, oh, we're advanced enough and been around for so long that we can take from older lore and older stuff. Let us know in the comments if that's the case. That's what I'm thinking, like, just because of how old the religion is.
And it also, for me, because it speaks to the fact that, like, they're willing to say, like, we're taking this seriously enough to put a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort into this, where they're not just relying on the because with a lot of religious films, they just rely on the fact that it's a religious film. We don't have to put a lot of effort into this. People are going to watch it no matter what. With this, it's more like we're letting the lore speak for itself, but we're also putting effort into telling a good story and making it kind of work for us. All right, let's see what else we got left here.
And now on to the hero of Brahmastra, our protagonist, a young man who is yet to discover that in this world of astras, he is a miracle because he is an astra himself, Agni Astra. In keeping with our spirit of tribute to our roots, he is named after the god who is the most dear to me personally, the most mystical, the all-powerful, and my greatest inspiration, Shiva.
September 9th.
That's such a great, I love that part that he said there at the end where he's like, the main character is the one that I connect with the most. Like, that really shows how much he cares about this project and this mythology and these stories, that he's like, he has attached himself to this one being, and that's what he's choosing to make the focal point of this entire story that he's telling. I love that. I love that he has that connection to this particular character, that he can dedicate so much of what he's working on with this project to that.
Yeah. And they say Astroverse, so I wonder what else is gonna come out. Hopefully it's not like here in the US where they'd make a multiverse or a multi-picture thing, and then the first movie comes out and they're like, ah, never mind.
Looking at you, Universal Monsters Universe.
Mm-hmm.
How'd the Mummy go? Great? Not great? Yeah. Yeah, they said this particular Brahmastra is part 1 of a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder where they'll go after that if it does well enough.
Maybe do like a different person each one.
Yeah. Assuming that's how it works.
Or a different god each one.
Yeah, something. Yeah. I'm really curious kind of what the long-term goals are with this.
Mm-hmm.
But I love getting to hear him speak on Ayan. I'm going to butcher this name. Ayan Mukherjee. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm trying. But to hear him speak, and it's very clear to me he understands the stories that he's trying to tell.
Yeah.
And that makes me, I was already on board for checking out Brahmastra Part 1, and now like seeing all this concept art and just how much he understands what he's writing and directing. And
has a passion for it, which that's always when you have someone who's creating something, having a passion for it behind, then it usually comes out really good. And so far from like the trailers and the things that we've seen of it, it looks really good. So hopefully that translates into the movie.
Yeah, I'm totally here for this. So September 9th, says in cinemas. I've looked already to see if anyone around any theaters near me are planning on getting it. The nearest one's like 60 miles away. So I'm
have to check here for Miami.
Maybe we can get that on streaming at some point so Mikey can watch it, because I'd like to watch it. Maybe we'll do a watch along for that. We'll see if we can get a hold of it. that's kind of the that's kind of the obstacle there. But so please help us understand if we've misinterpreted anything. Let us know down below. We're just kind of we're going into this fresh, so we don't know. I am so on board to see this and watch this and just learn all that I can about it, and I really do want to see it. Maybe we do a watch along for it at some point. We'll see if we can get a hold of it. That's kind of what that's going to be left up to. But yeah, I'm here for this, and I'm ready to see. It's not far from now, so I'm ready to hopefully see this soon and see what it's all about.
And I've always been a big fan of mythology, Greek mythology, Roman, Norse, Egyptian mythology. I've never really gotten into anything like of Indian mythology, so it'll be actually cool to see this and like probably get into, because I'm a big fan of Rick Riordan, whichever way you actually say his last name. People debate it, but he does all like these different mythologies books, like for like young kids, and I like was really into that as a child, and then now like as an adult I'm like, oh, I know all these things about different like mythologies. Also, like Greek and Roman and Norse get played a lot over here in more of the global northwestern kind of, so that would be like the US and Europe and things like that. But that would be cool to get mythologies from cultures that like I don't really know that much about.
Yeah, because that's how we learn. So yeah, let us know down below anything else you think we need to know and you maybe need to check out for this. We'd be happy to do it. And make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you guys again next time here on Off the Wall. Bye.